Alrighty, guys. So this is the first official podcast back. Our first go at the picnic table in literally on like a year now. We're obviously learning with our gear. You'll notice that in this podcast, if you're watching this, that is, we don't have these fancy little boom arms. So we don't really have. We're just sitting there holding them, kind of looking like idiots. But as you can see, we now have them, and we've already filmed the second podcast, and we had the boom. So. Obviously, with these microphones, the closer they are to your face, the better they sound. So it sounds a little bit echoey. We are in a shed also, so it's as good as we can really get. We're still improving with everything, but it's still an incredible podcast. It's just great to get out again and chat with the boys. So super excited with this one. Hope you lads enjoy. Let's get straight into it. Guys, welcome to another episode of the Picnic Table. I'm here with Ben and Tim. We have been on hiatus for quite a while. That is not because what we have chosen to do. That has more or less been with the way the world around us has been. But with restrictions easing and life going back to normal, we can finally be hanging out together. And we wanted to come back and take the podcast more serious and be able to provide you guys more content and just come in and talk shit on a more of an often basis, a regular basis.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yep. We've got some exciting guests coming up. We're not going to go too much into that just yet, but in the future, there's going to be some really cool guests sitting here with us. So
yeah, we want to have it so it's not just us three talking shit every other weekend or something. We're going to actually go out to people as well because we don't want to make it an absolute nuisance to go have someone come all the way out to us. So the way we have invested in our setup is so that we can go out and take it to people. And then once borders open even more, we want to make it so we can actually travel, if we can, around Australia to be able to talk to some legends, hear some sick stories, and just create some freaking awesome content.
At the moment, we can't even go as far as the edge of Sydney. But
yeah.
Hey, some exciting news. Hinchy, you are now officially a Sydney-sider.
Yes, yeah. I was like, where are you going with this?
I'm pregnant. No, but yeah, you've come up from Canberra. You came up in probably the most challenging time, and
so India,
the traumatic move, but we won't go into that too much.
I mean, we can. We
don't want to bore the people.
But yeah, like Indy and I decided like earlier in the year that we wanted to move up here. There's more events. There's more opportunities. Canberra, it's
less travelling with a car trailer.
Less traveling with a car trailer. It's just, and like even with only being here for a couple of months and mainly in lockdown, it is incredible. We freaking love it here.
I think it was a good introduction.
Yeah, because
coming from a bit slower Canberra, and now like you got the advantage of slower traffic, less traffic, and now we're just weaning you in.
Traffic's getting shitter and shitter.
It's about to get real busy.
Yeah,
100%.
We were actually just talking before when we went down the road how he doesn't have to travel that extra 3 hours to get home. He doesn't have to plan that into his trip.
This isn't a massive deal anymore. We catch up like this regularly.
Yeah,
but because when I'm here, I'm so used to having to adjust for the 3 hour drive home. I always have to be like, okay, we can only do stuff until 3 o'clock.
Yeah. And you always had work too, whereas now you've changed job.
Now I actually work on Monday to Friday, the first Monday to Friday job.
What are we doing Monday to Friday now?
Monday to Friday, we are still doing, creating cool content. I'm still working with cars every day and creating YouTube content. I now work with Andrew Hawkins from Motive DVD. Yeah. He's going to hate me for saying that. Motive Video. It's because the Facebook page still says Motive DVD because, I don't know, they're not
I didn't know that it's Motive
it.
Video. It's always just Motive DVD.
It's just because of what it was for so long.
Yeah.
But it's Motive Video now.
When was the last time you bought a DVD?
Exactly. Exactly. It's old times, yeah.
So, we all went to roll racing on Thursday night.
Yeah, Benny decided to join us.
Dogged it.
Yeah, dogged it. First true event. It was a lot more than what I was expecting, especially coming from the Canberra car scene, which is a lot smaller. Just being back to the first event where there was people out, there was ego, there was like
bit of everything.
Yeah, there was a bit of everything. There was sick cars, like amazing cars, not just dungers out there. They were like proper cars, and it was an awesome event.
Like a couple of thousand people there, I reckon, spectating.
Yeah,
so
wicked event.
I reckon there would have been hundreds of cars, a couple of thousand people.
Yeah.
Great way to come back.
What did it end up winning?
White R32, 3.4 litre stroker.
That no one's heard of before.
Yeah, right.
Hawkins hadn't
heard of it.
Yeah, he'd never heard of it. There was no shop stickers on it.
Yeah, no.
He didn't know the driver. Apparently some guy from Northern Beaches. I saw on a post this morning.
Yeah, I saw a post about it.
Which it's really devastating because I was really keen for that race to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, but strapped, the black R32,
little
he'd been loose all night.
Too spicy. Yeah,
I called it to you, didn't I?
The first, it was like freaking changing lanes.
Yeah.
But like, I was hoping that, like, you can tell Bro, I would be worse for it. Imagine being in the finals against a car that's a hot contender, as if you wouldn't get a little too spicy with that.
Yeah, you're giving it all it's got, and you're talking cars that have probably got 1700 horsepower.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's even four-wheel drive, they're getting spicy.
Yeah, well, the F45 GTR was there, the yellow one.
Yeah. He didn't compete. I saw him in the early stages, and then didn't come out for...
Oh, that's a good point, because he obviously would have made it.
Yeah, it would have been very close to the finals.
Unless he hurt the car.
And then there was actually 2 other R35s there. I don't know if you can grab footage, but again... They were screamers. I actually thought they were Lambos, that they were screaming that hard.
Oh, really?
And then didn't come out for finals.
That green Hurricane, was it a Hurricane?
Yeah, he wasn't out for finals either. So I don't know what was going on there.
Maybe they were just out to play.
Anthony was there. Rob was there.
Well, you were saying that like the Matooks, like, does Anthony, has he driven before when you've been there?
Yeah, he's driven the customers' cars when he's been there.
I'm pretty sure you were asking.
He's an animal of a driver.
Oh yeah,
Back in the day,
they're crazy. They
back in the day, VL God even like back when he was doing more VLs.
Yeah.
He would drive the blue VL God, and like that thing was loose, and he'd still stay in it the whole time. Like he's a good driver.
Yeah, he just stays in it all the time, no matter what.
It's just something.
Does he drive? Now, correct me. Is it King from his shop or Jun?
No, Jun is CRD.
Yeah. So King, he drives King.
Yeah, I think he's driven King a few times.
Yeah, he probably has driven it, but I don't know if
he's not the regular driver.
I don't know. Can't quite remember. Yeah, I'm not that deep into it yet. I'm still learning GTRs and
look. All of a sudden, 2 months of fucking motive, and we're talking GTRs instead of burnouts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the whole intention of this was to be going into Summernats and talking about these cars, and so far all we've done is talk about
Skylines.
And everyone that's probably come to click on it has probably already gone.
What the hell? These guys are traitors. Absolute dogs.
But I was saying to Ben when we were getting lunch before, it is really awesome how broad my horizons have come. Like, especially like, 'cause in Canberra, other than Summernats, when Summernats is on, the only car scene really thrives at the Japanese scene.
Yeah.
And especially when I was trying to get into filming, like the whole like gimbal cinematic scene is always around Japanese cars, and that's massive in America. So that's just what I was around for a lot of it. But now I'm actually truly embracing it, and it's awesome to just be a part of so many different like niches,
different genres of cars,
because I wasn't really into drag racing even before watching Cletus, and now with Aaron, with the Lamatina boys and everything, like I can't wait to go to my first Top Fuel meet. I've never seen Top Fuel.
Well, hopefully one day we can take this old girl out and do a drag challenge.
Yeah, hopefully. Now, for the people that have been watching and have heard of this car or want to put a face to a name, Tim, explain what this is right here.
Okay, so this is my 1988 SV88. I decided to chop up an original car. Not a smart idea now that they've gone through the roof. But I bought
smart idea. I
bought this old girl for about 10 grand years ago.
What would it be worth today?
I saw one on the market the other day for $250.
I
don't think it's sold.
You can put it up,
but
it's got to sell.
Yeah. But yeah, I think well into the hundreds. First HSV built actually before the Walkinshaw, I believe. I'll probably get corrected by a VL guru, but
I thought you were the VL guru.
No.
How many VLs do you own?
He's just the Commodore guru.
About six, yeah.
But so this one's the one that we've been referencing the big block to. So we're going to go hopefully 2,000 horsepower. Fingers crossed, I wouldn't mind seeing it C2200, 540 cube, PSI blower. The motor is ready. It's been ready since the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
But we haven't been able to get it on the engine dyno because we couldn't be around people. We couldn't travel. So that's ready. Not unfortunately. Mon, if you're watching, not unfortunately, but I've got a wedding. My wedding's coming up.
I can't believe you just said that.
Unfortunately.
Don't make me pick between the big block and the wedding, all right?
Yeah, so just letting you know, this is now on the market if you want to buy it.
There's a divorce settlement.
Yeah.
But so we're going to push back to probably December.
Yeah.
Chuck it on the dyno. We were going to hopefully take this car down and make top 60 with it this year, or the next summer that's coming.
He will. It's going through ProFlow. Paul's doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, so
now.
Brad Gretsch has done
Ultimate Metalwork.
Ultimate's done up to now. Aaron's built the motor for it, and now Paul's going to throw the car together for
Aaron
him.
from APM.
Yep. So you'll see the video coming up in probably December.
Hopefully we'll have the video of it on the engine dyno, which is going to be freaking. It's going to be nuts.
So yeah, there's some pretty special things on this car. So won't show too much of it today, but yeah, you'll see it more and more.
Yeah.
And like, I want this as a pure event car. I want to be able to do every event in Australia in this car. Maybe not rally, but you know,
full send.
Yeah. So yeah, Power Cruise, Summer Nights, if we can, drag challenge.
We'll figure out some freaking cool thing to be able to get it on the road. Like that's a must, I reckon.
I reckon if we can afford it and if we can get it there, take it to the States. Let's do drag week in it.
Well, if we're getting a container, we may as well put the wagon in.
Here we go. Well, Tim, you were paying for a container. You don't mind just squeezing this in,
No,
do
you want to put 2 in there?
Yeah. So yeah, we've got Old Faithful over there that you saw us blew up at Power Cruise.
No one saw us blow it up because you took it out before anyone.
I was nervous. I wanted to just run her in.
You blew it up. Yeah, you ran it in real nice.
That's what you get for running 18 psi in a standard Holden motor with a
Iron Line
with a side mount blow up. But yeah, so you'll see more of it coming up. I'm pretty excited about it, and we're going to shoot for top 60 the following year.
With this?
No.
I was like, fucking hell.
No, top 60 the following year. So we're not going to go this year with COVID interrupting everything. I didn't know what the funds were going to be like. There was too much uncertainty around everything.
Well, not even the funds. Like
we didn't know if we were going to push for an event that wasn't going to be on.
And we didn't know if we were going to push for an event that was going to be half the size.
Exactly.
Because at the moment, like Summer Nats looks like it's definitely going to be on, but like if borders aren't open,
we didn't know that
the market gone.
Back when COVID first hit, we didn't know if Summer Nats was going to be on, and
they called it for less earlier last year.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So you can't.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I was black and blue even last year. I was like, "There's no way they will ever cancel it."
Yeah.
Then they did, and I was almost in tears. So I could not get my hopes up this year because you never know. It could have gone like they could have called it at any time.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think the worst thing would be build a car of that caliber, and like Mitch is the same. Building a car of that caliber, we all pushed back. So just to say,
I don't know if he pushed.
There's a lot of money invested, and anyone who knows sort of the pro street scene these days, everything's just getting higher end, and there's huge money being invested in these cars. You want them to get the platform that they deserve.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Definitely.
And like I spoke to Paul from ProFlow about the 700 on the 900 cube Tirana, and I'm like, man, that car, you spent whatever they spent on that car, the amount of time they spent on that car, and it went to Summer Nats, and we haven't seen it again because we've had this huge hiatus.
That's right.
Have you heard anything on it? What did Paul say?
No, I haven't seen it.
Did
and
Paul
I just said I don't want that to happen to my car, and he said, yeah, that is sad. Like he wants that. That's a masterpiece, that car.
And the worst thing is it starts to make Summer Nats, I reckon, feel like SEMA. Whereas cars are being built to look, not to drive. Like, as far as I was aware, that car was literally built to look cool. I haven't seen anything else from it since.
No, but we haven't had anything else, really.
I know.
Like, we've had a long hiatus. I really feel like because of the hiatus, there's a heap of energy around the car scene at the moment, and I think that was visible at Roll Racing.
Yeah.
We've got end-of-month meets coming up. There's heaps of stuff to look forward to. We've got some killer vlogs coming out soon for the Picnic channel. The wagon, she's in getting a few touch-ups, and I think we're going to have a strong approach to Summer Nats.
Yeah.
Even last night, all the boys out cruising, cruising around.
Yep.
One thing I wanted to bring up, because I only just thought of it, and I wanted to get your thought, take on it as well. Especially, it's mainly with Mitch's car, but I almost agree with him at the moment. Is he called me the other night and we were talking about it. Now, if for the people,
so if you don't know Mitch's car, the tattoo, we're gonna flick to it.
Brash Nats, from everything from that. He said, especially with the VX, he doesn't know if he's actually going to enter Power Cruise with it because it's a burnout car, and I agree. Even though I do want the wagon to be a party car, it's just not really set up for that event majorly.
Mitch will build a car just to suit Power Cruise. The guy's out of control.
Yeah. But I always thought that I really thought that Power Cruise was the event where you go to test your car. But man, it's the place you go to break it. You just break everything. Now, given that was the teething process for the wagon, 100%. So it was very necessary, and being able to just take it out and drive it was amazing for the teething process.
I was saying to you in Indy the other day though, the most infuriating thing is a brusher where you do a line and you can't fix the line. If you when the VB blew the rod out, it's game over. You know that you're out. When you've got something that's just niggling,
just fixed in 5 minutes.
100% a bad earth or something, and you're just oh, I reckon that's the worst. I reckon that's worse than having a major issue. Obviously a major issue is going to cost you a lot more in the long run, but at least you know you're out.
You're out. Yeah. There's no bringing it back.
Yeah. Next week, is it? We're filming Mitch's engine on the dyno going down the west end.
The new engine that's going into the VX.
Tell us a bit about it.
I can't remember what the combo is.
I think it's a small cube.
Yeah, he's staying small cube because that seems to be the going fashion right now.
Revving to the moon.
Because people just want to rev to the moon, and just like with a big block, you can't get massive revs out of those.
Too much rotating mass.
Way too much rotating mass. They're going a lot smaller stroke, so they can rev it to the moon.
Everyone's following Jake's lead, the old 302.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake is the exception to the rule, but like when you're pushing an engine that hard, like.
So are we going to see 253 LSs in the future? Yeah, it's a thong slapper.
Probably, yeah.
So, that's exciting. I can't wait to see that. Has he got a number that he's shooting for? It's got to see 1,000. It's got to see 1,000.
Well, yeah, I feel like when you go in and you're spending that kind of money on a blown setup like that, like because he had all of the fuel.
671, 871.
I'm pretty sure it's an 871, and he took it to Fuel Cursion at Fuelworks because he lives pretty close to him. He plumbed up everything, like all the fuel for the hat and the blower. Like it has, by the looks of it, like it has the fuel supply for over 1,000. So
yeah, right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's doing more.
And we know Mitch, he'll turn it up.
Oh yeah,
if he's got a figure in his mind,
he'll
turn the wick on it.
it.
Nah, he'll make sure it gets there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, push it at any cost. Yeah.
So that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What else are you going to film anything on the wagon coming up soon? Where are we at? You showed everyone the diff that you've bought?
Well, yeah, kind of. So we've got there's only been like little things here and there. It looks like I'm just trying to be like trying to do sneak peeks here and there, but it's not the case. It's just literally just like COVID. when I get something, I'm just showing it.
Yeah.
And people have been asking why we haven't uploaded a video in so long, and it's because like we don't want to be providing average content anymore. Like we only want to be providing good content. So when you go with 3 months where you can't see a car, you can't work on a car, like what's the point of uploading a video?
To provide.
Yeah, there's no video to upload. Now, like I have gone out there and I filmed one video where like we installed a clear view and plumbed that up. But so far, like as far as most people were aware, the last video update, all we were going to do was be mini tubbing it. And that was only for the fact of trying to stop some of the damage. It was still going to be the stock cradle under there. It was still going to be stock rear end and everything. But we were now going to have the room to shorten the diff, put a 9-inch and everything in there, and make it so we weren't damaging it so much with the tires. But now, pretty much just what happens with absolutely freaking everything.
No.
It starts to snowball.
Snowball effect.
While it's in process. With cars, bro, it always happens. Always snowballs.
This was a quick slapper.
Dude, do you remember the original idea? Me and Tim had the idea with the wagon. We were trying to find a second-hand blower so that we could just bolt it to the car.
Even if it was twin carby.
Just so it drove, so we could cut laps at Summernats with...
Underdriven,
with a VF wagon that was blown.
2 PSI.
Yeah, like literally, like, even take the rotors out, so it's just spinning, the belt's just spinning. And then it's snowballed into what can actually be a proper burnout car now, which is really cool and takes some abuse. So we're like just... With going along with it, we've like gotten a 9-inch housing, and then we've got like I've just bought a 9-inch center, so it's like obviously 9-inch, 35 spline, full spool, should be able to take some abuse. And then the boys from McDonald Bros, they've got like they're supplying us, they're jumping on board and supplying us with a falling kit that they supply for the VEs and VFs. So it's actually going to be a bit of a big boy car now.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Fully adjustable, buddy.
Yeah.
Can have some fun under there trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like we just did with
we got to practice car
playing around with this before going, what the hell are we doing?
Well, yeah, we knew we were going to have this one on camera, so we wanted to have it slammed.
We're about 80 odd days to Summernats now. Is the wagon going to make it?
Oh, dude, look at Mitch. He has a rolling shell right now.
Look at Mitch's budget.
I guess, yeah. But dude, all we have to like... McDonald Bros, Chris from McDonald Bros said that the falling kit is in the jig. So like once we've got that, like we pretty much just need axles. It's going to be shit because with COVID and the material shortage all around the world, it's been really hard to just get metal around the world. So getting new lips and barrels to redo the wheels to suit a tubbed application is really hard. And for the people that have never built a car, when you're doing a rear end like that, you need the wheels first before you can build the car, because you got to build the car around the wheels.
100%. Yeah.
And that's going to make it really difficult. And I 100% think we're just going to either have to get to the point where we knowingly make it a little bit too big and we just run on stockies and then just shorten it again afterwards, like Aaron's done that a bunch with To Impress.
Yep.
Or
such a pain in the bum having to do rework.
I know. Or we just know that we just because we've calculated, we know where the offset's meant to be, we know where everything's supposed to be, but obviously it's never the same as actually physically having it.
Mr. Fitman over here, we know how you want the car.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple of 5 mil spaces.
Exactly. If it's 10 mil out, I'll just chuck space around there, so she'll be all right. But because it's not like we're dailing or driving it. Like this is mainly for show kind of thing with these big wheels under there. So
Yeah. Like these cars, 90% of the time run with stockies on.
That's right.
exactly.
Like they do, but you still want the fitment right for when.
100%.
But 4-link, you can adjust either way. Obviously, you can't just make up a room, but a couple of spaces, we'll make it work. Scott will critique it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Scott will highlight the spaces.
Yeah.
So summer nuts, we're pumped. We got 8 campsites.
Yeah.
8 campsites.
Thanks to Mitch.
Thanks to Mitch, sorting it out for us.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah. Uncle Mitch.
Uncle Mitch.
Yeah. He's always on top of everything. Even for Bathurst next year, he's already got the house on Conrod Street for us, so it's gonna be a party.
Yep.
But yeah, summer nuts it's gonna be huge, and I mean all we can really
could it be the biggest summer nuts? Well, minus as long as a couple more borders open up, could it be the biggest summer nuts that we ever see?
Should be. I don't see why not.
Car wise, spectator wise, maybe not, but I think the caliber of cars that I've been seeing in the build are just extraordinary.
Yeah, because those people that imagine the people that want to 100% carry through, and they're on the other side with the car is being unveiled no matter what, whether I can be there or not, car is being unveiled. So you never know. We may even though crowd numbers may be down, the car numbers could still be the cars themselves could still be incredible.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
I think it's going to be one wild summer nuts.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And
maybe a few people going a bit too wild, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to get loose.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, so no SV this year. So we're going to take down VL Calais. The combo is the one that we dynoed at Aaron's at 8 p.m. when we dynoed Clickbait's motor. 671, twin carby, 98 fuel, and we'll probably all jump in that.
That'll probably be the choice of the chariot of the weekend, because that's where that car's at the end of the day, the wagon is such an inconvenience. It's going to be really expensive to run because methanol is going to be so expensive down there. Whereas, it just runs on 98. Yep. It's turnkey and it looks the part. It looks super tough. Yep. You've got no wheels for it. So the thing's freaking, it's going to be mental. It's going to look awesome. And we're just going to be able to get in and cruise it.
So out with the Simmons, in with the V-Series, like everyone else in Pro Street right now.
Which is great because I would never put Simmons on a car. But it is great to see that it's changing, moving away from Simmons. And it's just because every single car had them. Sure, they suit VLs
the early girls. I can't get away from them.
Exactly.
Hey, I've got a choice.
Yeah.
You want to put shit on me that I've got Simmons on my car? I've got fucking
I got
combos.
I've got combo pros on my VB.
Yeah.
I've got walkies on the. That's the same as Simmons these days.
I don't know. I wouldn't say so much.
You reckon? Because modern and old as well.
I guess, yeah. But that's the same with Simmons. People are still putting Simmons on everything.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's good that I like the Pro Street. I love the Pro Street look, and it's really it's coming in strong, which blows my mind because they're fucking expensive. So expensive.
I think at the moment, Welds new are up to $8,000.
Which is that is the higher end of custom 3-piece wheels from overseas.
Yeah. Well, they kind of.
They are. I know that. But remember, you're getting a 15-inch wheel, whereas I'm getting a 20-inch wheel. I'm getting twice the material.
Yeah.
Which is gnarly, yeah.
So what's the progress on the Calais at the moment?
Is it going to make it to Nats?
Well, my track record, probably not.
Tim has a horrible, he has a curse.
No, it's the Calais curse. We call it the Calais curse.
No, but even this.
That one, fuck. when I built that in the shed myself, I kind of expect it to be a little bit cursed.
What about the Group A Power Cruise?
Well, first.
I'm a terrible procrastinator, so I'll leave shit to the end.
What was the story of this when you were getting the night of leaving for Summer Nats?
Yeah, so we got it ready for Summer Nats. It was entered. We took it out for a test run, and Iron Line could not keep it cold, hey.
And what time of night was this?
Midnight the night before.
And when were you supposed to be at Summer Nats?
We were leaving at 6 o'clock that morning.
Exactly, yeah. So literally the night before.
I didn't work on the car.
I'm not putting that on you. I'm saying that you're cursed.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Incompetent, cursed, whatever. You can call it what you want, but
then the same thing, yeah. But even when it's out of your hands, because then the Calais. Like
the Calais has a curse, and like I've picked bad contractors to work on the Calais in the past,
Yeah.
and I got disheartened by the Calais because of what happened with it. So I feel like, but yeah, it is cursed. It is cursed. So
would you talk about that story? You don't have to say names.
No, well, it's I've had to because it went to court. I've had to sign something.
Oh yeah, so yeah. Sorry to like begin jerking you off and then just leave you there.
Can't talk about
we
that.
We physically can't talk about that.
Yeah, I actually can't legally talk about that one.
Yeah,
but yeah, so all going to plan. Like the engine's ready. We've got the box. The torque converter's in for it. It just needs to be put together. So
is it at ProFlow right now?
No, the car's still at the paint shop.
Painters, yeah.
Paint
so we'll drag it back here. I think because of like, you know, everyone's excited and everyone's got top 10 cars that they want built down at
100%.
ProFlow.
Yeah.
So I think they're flat out at the moment.
But yeah, imagine trying to squeeze in right now
I know,
with a car that's not meant to be top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you expect
just
to be
not
looked
gonna
at?
happen.
Like, that's not even calling out Paul or anyone working there. But with the amount of shit they'd have on their plate right now, how would you expect anything to possibly squeeze in?
All I really want him to do is to get the phase the torque converter in correctly. Like a lot of mechanics can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no...
It doesn't really...
It doesn't warrant going there.
Yeah.
But I just wanted the Calais curse to end.
Yeah.
And for it to go to Paul and say,
Yeah.
Paul, just install it and let's fucking get it to Summer Nats. So
100%.
I think what I'll do is go down, grab the converter from Paul. Might get Brad or someone around here. We'll chuck the motor in it. Get it up on the hoist. We've got a hoist here, so we're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
We'll get Brad over. He'll put the converter in it, bolt it together, and we're pretty much there. So,
which is awesome. Yeah. Here's you freaking challenging me, seeing if the wagon's going to be ready. And the Calais,
hey, I'm doing like 13, 14-hour days at the moment, 7 days a week. So I feel like I know I use the business as an excuse, but I am a busy man.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely one of the busiest men I know. But
and my ADD doesn't help. Always got to be doing something. So, look, fingers crossed. It's going to look killer. Like, I am excited for how that car's going to look. It is a great colour. It's slammed on its ass. It's mini tubbed. It's, you know, it looks the part.
Now these wheels definitely finish it off.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But
it's blown, it's everything. It's going to make the better part of 300 horsepower.
6 on the engine dyno. And if anyone asks what it makes, it's just 6. I don't care. I'm never going to tune it on a chassis dyno. So it just makes 600, all right? Excited for it. And just excited to catch up with everyone, really, after everything that's been going on.
Such a big break away from
such
cars.
a big break and 8 campsites and... You know,
It'll be a party, even though it's going to be like 40 degrees.
Party.
Yeah.
I am worried that we're not going to be able to keep it cool again, hey? Like, Holdings are notorious for it.
Because I always just keep thinking, like, the wagon's on methanol, it's fine.
And LS is just, like, VE's had amazing technology in their radiators.
That's why Clickbait has a factory cooling system.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But methanol too. But
you wouldn't be able to do it without methanol.
They still don't overheat. Like, they're incredible. So I'm going to probably have to spend $2,200 on a radiator to try and keep that thing cool.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
And hopefully that works.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah, fingers crossed it works.
Like, it worked on the VB, but it still got up to the higher end, you know? Charge, and it's essentially the same thing. You're talking charged 308.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll be down there. We'll make it work.
Yep.
I'll blow head gaskets out of it if I have to. I'll just overheat the thing.
No, we're just gonna have
you do actually see guys running around with ice
bags, ice bags and stuff. Yeah.
So it's... Look, fingers crossed we don't have that weather. If we have 27, 28, I know it never happens, but...
Dude, like we were speaking about, the summer nights that should have happened this year, the weather forecast, the weather that happened on the days it was supposed to be, it was like 26, 24, 26 and cloudy.
And no natural disasters.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So, yeah, it should be freaking good.
During COVID, too, we got excited and we decided that we'd... create a bit of a build series coming up for Picnic Channel. So
because just like Tim, how he has plenty of spare VLs, he has a lot of spare parts. One to which was a lot of spare LS3s for some reason.
I jump on good buys.
Good buys, yeah.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, at all times. So we've picked up from our good mate Lockie Carnage. We picked up a
absolute stinker of a VN.
Absolute stinker, but it is brilliant. It is amazing. Can't wait for it.
Mate, VNs are going to be the new VL. Mark my words. The prices
100%.
are going through the roof.
Yeah.
We managed to get it at a great price off Lockie.
Poor guy doesn't want him to get thrashed, but he's got something coming for him.
Mate, it is. It's going to be transformed. So engines in the build from a mate of mine at the moment. It's an angry LS3 twin carby.
It'll just be a monster setup. Something that's like turnkey.
Reliable, very reliable.
Anyone can get behind the wheel and you won't kill yourself.
I'm going to leave the keys in it. You boys can just take it whenever you want, hey? Like, it is going to be...
He's not going to leave the keys in it for anyone watching. He's not going to leave the keys. We have
for
the
you
keys.
boys.
We'll just have our own keys.
We'll have spare keys,
So, yeah, it's going to be a monster. You know, probably only make 430, 500, I don't know.
Yeah, but as we've seen with some certain cars online, if you have it set up right with a good stall...
Brody Ward to the principal's office.
Yeah, when you see it, when it's set up right, it drives like 1,000 horsepower.
Look, I'm calling him out. The purpose of this car is I want my VN to eat his VL. I'm going to line him up. We're going to set challenges.
That's a big thing because not only does his car drive the part, it looks the part.
Look, the stinker's never going to look that good.
Yeah.
But I'm throwing it out there that I want it to fucking chop his.
That's a big call out.
That is a big call out.
Very big.
Especially
I've never seen a car with like not little power, but I've never seen a car with that setup so freaking dialed.
Oh.
It's a monster. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Like it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how.
Such a reliable car.
I think when you just get the diff gears right with the trans, with the cam, with the bit of headwork, I think it just works and that car works. Yeah. We got a little bit of cubic inch on him, so that is going to be where I'm hoping that we get him. We're going to be down on power because we're going tunnel ram with twin carb because I'm a wanker and I like the look of it.
Yeah,
but we're going to build that on for you guys, and we're going to try and throw it together relatively quickly. So the three of us are going to be working on it pretty hard. So,
and another main purpose of that is to have a street car because, like most of the cars we're building, you can't really take them out on the street.
No, we've got the VE. The VE is a good streeter.
Yeah, they haven't seen anything to do with that yet.
No. But this thing will be until it gets defected for twin carbs out the bonnet. But we'll play it.
It's all part of the fun.
It is part of the fun, or not so fun. Yeah. So looking forward to that.
I was going to say very looking forward, and that doesn't make sense.
That would be a good car, a really good car.
Yeah. What can we ask Benny so we can fucking get him talking a bit more?
Don't ask me about buying a car because it's not going to happen.
The search for the fucking VZ has been long and hard.
I know.
You could have literally built two cars in this time.
Yeah, I know. I really could have. I could have had a car.
You should have just jumped on a $1,500 roller shitbox.
Yeah.
And especially with your skills and your old man skills,
probably
paint and mechanical.
It would have been painted by now for sure.
And it would have been
without a doubt.
I know what you're like.
Definitely, yeah.
Hey, you know what I do want to talk about is Granger painting his own car.
Oh,
what
an animal. There's so much we can talk about with Granger.
That guy is
not even painting the car, just completely building the car from scratch.
Building it in general. Besides engine and cage, that whole car is done by him.
Yeah. And it's only taken him like a year. Like he put up the other day.
The memory clicked over just the other day, a year since he chopped it.
It was a rusty paddock.
Yeah, rust repairs start out. And I had no idea it was going to be that sort of a monster. And then just
you would have assumed cool, you're putting a big combo in it, and it's still going to be like a shitter to look at.
Yeah,
but no, the thing's insane. It is dead straight. Oh. The paint is unreal, and he's done it all himself in his freaking shed.
And I'm like, I messaged him the other week, and I'm like, is this something you do for a living? Obviously, he's got billet buttons. We all know that. But I'm like, is this something you do for a living? He's like, no, I just kind of grew up on a farm and just wing it. I'm like, but that paint job is that's worthy of any event, Crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Well, winging it with a 4-link in the rear and everything, it's pretty game.
Yeah, the entire suspension geometry of the car, the way it's going to handle, the way it sits, the way it drives, and I do
it's
not
commitment like that.
And I do
to
not
me,
doubt
it's scary commitment.
I don't doubt that car at. If I did that, sure, I could probably give it a go, but I'm not going to fucking trust it.
I'd probably doubt it.
Yeah. Whereas, with him, I would trust that all day, every day, and he built it in his garage.
Mental. So he's telling me how he dedicates the morning to billet buttons, and then he goes out at lunchtime, and the afternoon gets dedicated.
Yeah, that is a killer setup, the way he's got that going.
He needs a wagon to finish off the fleet.
Yeah, I think, pano. Get a pano in there.
So
that'd be cool.
I think it's been spoken about. I think a lot of people have suggested it, so I reckon one day. But do you stick with the big block theme?
Oh, is that what he's going to put that spare blower and everything on?
I was going to say, doesn't he have a spare engine too?
Yeah, he's got a spare engine. 1071 blown engine sitting there.
Yeah.
Guy's insane. Between Mitch and him.
And yourself.
No, not me. I'm not in that league. I've got one car that's going to be
6 half-built cars.
Yeah, that's right. 9 that are in the process.
Yeah.
ADD. How about Tristan driving Mincer on the street the other day?
Yeah.
Like that blower wine. We talk about
Just
Pro Street
ridiculous.
cars. Like there's the red Tirana that Pro Street won that everyone claims is the king. But for me, Tristan in Mincer is the absolute undisputed king of Pro Street.
Definitely.
Hopefully we can get Tristan on here one day.
Mate,
That is like a goal, but like that car is next level. And like Tim and I, the thing that I found most mind-boggling about when Tim and I became friends was we both live for summer nats, absolutely live for summer nats. And it was crazy to learn that like he didn't just go for the burnouts.
I didn't even know front back. Like front back to you,
was
is
iconic.
One of the most
Iconic,
One of my
iconic
childhood
cars.
cars.
Yeah,
and just the same. I knew Mincer, but all I knew was it was a blown Capri.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't know Tristan, didn't know any of that.
Like I go to the burnout pad as a little bit of a holiday from being down on Tough Street.
Whereas mine's the complete
But I did
opposite.
work there for a long time.
because I chose to.
Yeah,
I
true.
chose to because like I literally had the burnout bug so bad that
The closer you could get, the
no,
better.
I love the fact that I knew I would be there to watch every single burnout.
Crazy.
A lot of them were most of them were shit, not a lot of them, but like especially having that front row seat for Masters. Oh, that was incredible. So
Didn't matter
worth
that
it.
you were in a fire suit in 40-degree temps.
Bro, when it's that hot, doesn't matter what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different if you're wearing like a proper, like we were just wearing overalls. We weren't wearing a fire suit.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm not looking forward for that in summer nats. Like in a car that's a very dark color with black leather and then wearing a fire suit and a helmet, like
Well, you don't have aircon.
in the wagon. I thought you were serious just then. I was like, how? Although I definitely want to get like electronic aircon in there.
Yeah.
That
But
would be
have you seen the
baller.
price of that?
That'll be a game changer.
Yeah.
It would
I'm
be.
See,
honest-
that car that came from Profile, I think it was Datsun 1200 or
Yeah,
1600.
yeah.
And it had the setup in the boot. But from what I've heard, it's pricey.
I want to have a solid go at the thermofan on an esky full of ice with a duct.
You saw it for sale the other day. Why didn't you buy it?
Because I can make one. Why would I buy one? Like I've always wanted to
I think
make
it was
one.
like $60.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
see-
spend that on the Esky.
You see all that with like all the rat rods and everything that have always gone to summer nats. They've always done it. It's not a new thing by any means.
Yeah.
But now,
Do you
like,
think it actually works? Like, do you think it?
100%.
Yeah,
I
really.
reckon it will.
Yeah, right.
And like, say if you're in line at the burnouts or something like that, and the car's in the sun, you can't do anything about it. I'd almost roll the windows up, almost have two in there cranking, and then literally as you're about to go, because especially where the campsite is, it's just down from the
go to go, and you've hooked it up to the battery.
No. You have your own little 12-volt battery on it.
Yeah.
But then, literally just like pull them out of the car, close the doors, wind the windows down, and off you go.
Until you forget, and then all of a sudden you got an ice bath in the wagon.
Mate, I probably wouldn't be complaining. I'd be
Nah.
scooping it and putting it in the suit.
It wouldn't last very long.
Yeah, it'd just be a water instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it's a needed feature, I think.
I don't think like cruising in the wagon would be absolutely shocking in that heat. Like I don't see how it can be fun. How it will be fun.
Because the attention, you love the attention. You
do,
build the
but-
car for those moments.
I know, but it's
And
just
like,
going to be
I
so
feel like
hot.
everyone, you see guys overheating their cars. They got a 30 grand engine dropped into the car, and the thing's redlining on the heat gauge, and they're still running around, and it's because of that's what we build them for.
It's summer
Yeah,
nights.
100%.
It's summer
yeah.
nuts. It's our one time of the year, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Why couldn't it be winter nuts? Hey, something I do want to discuss actually is the reintroduction for Super Nuts down in Melbourne, Victoria. So they don't actually really have events. Power Cruise doesn't go down there. So they've got Super Nuts coming up before Summer
I'm
Nuts.
pretty sure that they had a power cruise at.
I think
was it
they
Winton?
did.
Is it Winton?
Yeah, it might be.
I don't know.
Forget the event name, but they did have an event down
PCM?
PCM.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
And
What's
I
that
don't-
one? What's
PCM was
PCM?
pretty much power
It was
cruise.
Power
but
Cruise
like a
pretty much,
little
yeah.
sketchier.
Oh, right.
Like less rules again, I think.
Oh, so
I
it
think.
wasn't Gut Run?
No.
right.
But it was.
Did it fizzle out?
It was like Power Cruise Madness or Power Cruise Mayhem.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what PCM stood
No,
for.
right.
So
And
I
what
don't
did
know.
it fizzle out?
I think something was going under as someone ran away with money. I could be completely wrong.
Or I
there,
think it could have even
but I
had
have
something
no
to do
idea.
with
There we go.
the
We
track
answered-
or
Yeah, but
something
PCM
there.
wasn't just down there. I'm pretty sure PCM was at Sydney as well.
Oh, okay.
I
never heard
don't
of
know. Because Scott said he travelled to them.
Really?
Yeah, he said he went to the one at Winton and he said the staff treated his car like crap.
Yeah, right.
They said they broke stuff on his car, like trying to
Oh,
check
that's
it.
right. The battery tray or
They,
something?
they thought that his fuse box in the bay
Oh, that's
was
right.
a battery tray, and
Yeah.
they were trying to prove that it wasn't mounted. So they just violently shook it till they broke it.
That's such a Scott
yeah, mate,
story.
that's not secure. Yeah, because you
Such a
fucking
Scott
broke
story.
it. Yeah.
Scott will never forget that moment.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, I wouldn't.
But yeah, excited that they're getting another event. Hopefully they get the numbers that they require.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but Gup was going to put on Power Cruise at the Bend. Not that far from Victoria, you know, like you're talking a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And they still weren't getting the numbers. You got a world-class track. I know everyone was a little worried that they're going to crack down because they're super cautious of their surface down there. But I mean, the roll racing events they've got look killer. And you got a world-class track. Get as many events there as you can.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was still completely going to go ahead until COVID cancelled.
Yeah, it was.
COVID pulled
Well, remember
the
we entered.
Yeah.
I was excited for
Jake
it.
was entered. They were taking Sicko.
Yep.
Like they were going to go and have fun.
Yeah, no, I'm like I think that'll be a killer event. Obviously, hopefully not too much policing of the, drifting through the corners and that, but could be a really killer event.
But that's like having, like, we have Power Cruise here, and obviously it's a very big event every time. When we had Supernats here in Sydney, it wasn't really like, it never
but
really
was
took
run
off.
terribly.
Yeah.
Well, we did. No, years ago, before Power Cruise and that, we had Supernats over at Oran Park.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that was
that-
actually
that-
one of the defining moments in my development of my car passion.
Becoming a car
was me
person.
and the old man went over there just to check out what was on, and it just happened to be Supernats.
Yeah.
And like I got goosebumps thinking about it right
That's
now.
so cool.
Like, and I remember MILF was the same color as this. This was MILF was a VL turbo.
Oh, wow.
And like he was chopping everything down the straight.
Wow.
There was like just killer cars, like Summernats level cars. And I was probably 13 years old, and me and Dad just walking around.
Yeah.
And just like my mind was blown.
So
My
I
mind
only,
was blown.
I only remember Supernats, like 2 events at Eastern Creek, and then after that, it just like sort of phased
Well,
out.
that last one we went to,
Yeah.
and it was just mayhem. Like, as in not in a good way, as in just run super terribly.
Yeah.
I told you I was sitting behind Gary Myers, and like we'd been waiting in line for what felt like hours. Obviously you got anticipation, so it's probably not hours, but we're waiting there for a long time. They close the gate on Gary, and like Gary's like, "Look, my car's methanol. And this is it Agro XA? What's his number plate?
From back then.
Yeah, well the XA coupe that he's got.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have been what is now known as aggro.
Yeah. So, and trying to get out and like cracked it at them, but everyone had the same experience that event, and I think that they decided to wrap it up. Hey,
Yeah.
so excited for it to go back to Victoria.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
never
it
went to
works.
one. I only ever saw
If you are listening to this in Victoria, get out, show your
Yeah.
numbers. You guys love your footy and everything else that you love. Get out and show some support. I remember like early days, Rajab and all the VLs and Sexspec, they were kings down there.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the movement has just
it's
come to
all-
Sydney.
yeah,
and
that's
like,
right, yeah.
It's huge now.
Yeah.
Huge in
massive.
Sydney.
Besides,
Massive.
like 747, like what's his name?
Paul Serra.
Paul Serra.
Yeah.
Like I don't see anything from down there anymore.
That is a good point. I know COVID has really ruined it for the last 2 years now, but I feel like you don't see very much at all from the car scene down there.
No, you don't. But we have spoken about before, like we love Power Cruise content and we wait for it.
Yeah.
And as soon as it's out of Sydney, we don't really see
We don't
much
see
content.
much,
Yeah.
You don't see
don't
anything,
see
when
anything.
it's in Sydney.
Nah, yeah, I reckon we do.
I
think-
feel like I don't.
Because obviously our
Because we
friends
know,
list and
yeah, we
everything
know
like
the
that,
people
it's all
producing the
here. Yeah,
content,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, like the only time you ever see anything from Power Cruise is when your mate that was doing something with his car was there, or like
Duffy drifting the banana.
Yeah.
yeah, like the only,
Throw something up on that, can you?
And then hitting the barrier.
yeah.
last time round. So breaking gearboxes every time round.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I live for that content, and it just doesn't. And especially we're in lockdown, and they're still having their Power Cruise, and no content for us.
Nah.
Wasn't that WA or Queensland?
No, that
No,
was
no, that was
Queensland.
Queensland.
Because that was the one we were
Where
supposed to
Troy
go up.
Candy couldn't get in.
Oh yeah, and WA was like 2 weeks ago.
Gup, if you're listening, get on it, mate. Give us as much content as we can all handle. Get someone in there, get them paid.
You
do
know
it.
those really good videos that come out of Queensland?
More ones.
You only get it like the one of Gup's wagon shooting down the street.
Oh, yeah,
good
yeah.
quality.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy that's making those videos, and he's made a couple of really good videos from those.
Yep.
He's actually one of the guys from the DJ group Bombs Away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Random.
He's got a media company now, and he's always flying the FPV drone around there and stuff.
Yeah, right.
It's cool to see fucking good content coming from it, but we need
100%.
more of it.
Yeah, we need a heap more of
But
it.
in saying that, even in Sydney Power Cruise, you always see those drones flying up and down the straight constantly.
But you never
you
see
never
the-
see any
Where's
content
that
of
footage
it.
go?
You never see
Where's that
anything.
footage go? We want like we want an hour-long after party, you know? Like, show us what you've got.
Yeah.
If they put the media production in at the same level and same tier they do to Summer Nats, dude, Power Cruise could almost be bigger. Like,
100%.
It'll take off.
Yeah, it's
time.
insane. It's
Like,
insane.
Draw people in. I hope they don't think they're at that level where they don't need to, because that's how that's how events die.
Yeah.
But even if they are like that and have been for the last couple of years, it just proves that like the event is like, in my eyes, they pretty much just have to show up and put it on. Like,
I think there's proof of that at times.
With Summer Nats, I feel like I know Summer Nats will still be massive too, but they still work for it. Whereas Power Cruise, sometimes you feel like they're not working for it, but they're not going to because they don't have to, because it shows that the numbers are still big.
Yeah,
still making money
each time.
I hate that attitude of like,
I'm not a
and
fan.
I hope
Not
that that's
pushing.
not the case. And like, I called them out on it, and I messaged the page one time because like, you can't get like the food, right? So you're camping there all weekend, and you can't get like substantial food at night. Like, you might have one pizza truck, right?
Yeah.
And so I messaged the page, and I was just like, what's the go? But apparently that's Western Sydney. Like, that's the actual raceways.
Oh.
They can't bring anything in externally.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah.
I have heard
and like,
that.
that's disgraceful, if you ask me. Like, we're there for a full weekend. You're there for 3 days. You can't buy sunscreen. You can't bring food in. And a lot of the time they don't want you using barbecues around around petrol and stuff,
Yeah,
which
like
is completely
like
understandable.
this year they had the big rules about the gas barbecues and stuff
well,
like
then
that.
give us options.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
you get down at Summer Nats, I love that you've got the Woolworths container that they take.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good features like boost juice and just things like that are well thought of. And it's like, hey, we're not just here to take your money. We're here to provide something for you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but a lot of that does also help with when you have people running your event like Andy Lopez. Like, he is not a massive car guy. He's a massive events guy.
And from what he's a businessman, let's be honest.
Yeah, and he's doing a fucking great job at it. Like, that event.
Let more skids on Skid Row.
Yeah.
Tough Street.
No,
Andy.
Tough Street.
God,
Tough Street's the big one.
Yeah.
And like that's the biggest complaint that everyone sees. But
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that in order for it to progress where it is, that we had to tone it down a
100%.
little.
Yeah.
And I still think it is incredible that they were even able to give us a Skid Row. Like, that's still massive.
Move it somewhere else. Get it off my Tough Street.
Put it where the drifters are.
Get rid of the drifting.
Yeah.
Get a few two-steps on either top fuelers or some funny cars or something down there. We don't want to see drifting. Andy, if you're listening, I know you all listen to this, so
I know everyone's listening.
they're waiting for this to be
For
released.
this to come out. But I couldn't agree more. Like, I love all motorsports and everything. Summer Nats is not the place for drifting. It's just not. And like,
we love everything about Summer Nats. We're non-critical of Summer Nats because of the fact that we love everything about it. We're biased, right?
Yeah.
So we are saying this from pure that we don't like to go there.
No.
There's never a crowd there.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, for kids, it's probably good, but there's no one else out
Yeah,
there.
personally, I'm going to walk up the back to go watch the drifting.
Personally, I couldn't care less.
No,
that's
that's
not
right.
why I'm there.
Exactly.
But if you put two top fuelers, or if you put a couple of funny cars up there that are getting on the two-step and showing how loud those bad boys are,
Yeah.
that's drawing a crowd, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I would line up. I would
100%.
literally line up to go see that.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think they could do something better. And like, I know they want to make it inclusive for all car fans. And we have spoken about, what's the event in America where Cletus and all the boys go, and it's drifting, it's a bit of everything. And it's a festival.
LS Fest?
Is it? No, I don't think so.
Oh, Grid Life.
Yeah, Grid Life.
Yeah, that looks
imagine,
massive.
Imagine having an event like Grid Life here in Australia.
Yeah, whereas I know that someone has tried to do it, but at nighttime it is a proper festival.
Yeah.
Like two stages. I think there's multiple stages, big names, and it is proper festival.
I think our age diversity is too far apart.
Yeah.
And I think, like, you know, you got 18-year-olds, we might get 100,000 over the weekend in spectators, but you're going from 18 to, you know, there's guys down there rat rodding that are 65,
60,
you know.
if
they're
not older.
they're not going to watch some trance music be played.
No.
Yeah.
So I think that's where, look, in years to come.
It's all, I understand they probably do have a hard job with the fact that the event is so freaking versatile.
Yeah.
It's no matter what you do, someone's not happy.
But like, what's the excuse for Power Cruise not putting any entertainment on at night?
Yeah.
Like they have events at night, but then once that's over, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
There's nothing. So, you know,
Turn the lights off and
turn
go
the
to
lights
bed.
off, go to bed.
Yeah, that's right.
No alcohol.
No.
Yeah, right. Hey, something that I like is, Hinchy, one of your first tasks at Motive when you went over there during lockdown, you went over to Empire and did some filming for
PSI Junkie.
Junkie. Sorry,
yeah. So like
you picked up on me not knowing the plate there.
Yeah. So yeah, one of the awesome thing was like one of the guys that we're always filming with. If you guys watch or know like Motive Video, then you would be well aware of the amount of incorporation and work we do with Grub from Impossible Fab, and he does a lot of powder coating there. And one day I rocked up to film there, and I noticed a massive turbo housing and a very recognizable I don't like that one just finally went off. A very recognizable like the top cover of the engine. I know it was, and it had really shitty lightning bolts all over it. And I was like, why does that feel so familiar? And even Grub was like, oh, is those LMCT Plus guys, they got a Falcon or something? And I was like, is this on PSI Junkie? Like, yeah, apparently they blew it up. And this is when they were still real.
Yeah, this was a hush.
So I messaged Troy because I didn't want to be like one of those guys like, oh, I heard you blew it up, like trying to get G him up or something. I was just like, oh, I heard it got a little bit too spicy. And he was like, yeah, the thing's a fucking pig. Like it was like we barely got into it, which you can see in the video that they then released later.
It's not a pig now, though. Just note.
Oh yeah, it's completely new now.
New combo.
New combo.
But yeah, anyways, like
congratulations to the new owner.
Yeah, we went over because you did see that Andrew did make a video. We made a video with it, and I was there filming. I did get. Because I'm talking so much, I get gassy.
Thanks. Is that what that smell is?
I've been holding a fart this whole time. But yeah, because we were there filming it, I filmed a lot with my own camera and everything, and I was going to release a video on it. But I didn't because I still wanted to be in the contention to win it. So obviously,
you wanted to look rigged.
If I was, why can't I think of the word? If I was advertising and promoting the raffle, obviously I can't win it.
Yeah.
That's a massive conflict of interest.
People will call it's rigged, rigged.
Like the boys get called out for it all the time as it is, let alone if, you're there filming it.
I do have the footage, but like, and it's of the dyno run, which is absolutely insane. But like, because I was like literally standing right behind the dump pipe as it's on the hubs, and it like
Right where the turbo housing would come out here, right where the
they had a little cross
wheel
welded in there, so I'd get shrapnel. I wouldn't get a turbo wheel. But when it come on boost and it starts getting hot back there, and you've got the hub right in your front of your face, like your body takes a screenshot as you just like
clench.
Like, what's going on? Yeah,
the old 50 to 5 arsehole, 50 cent to 5 cent.
Mate, if yours is going as wide as a 50.
That's where it starts at.
Oh, that's nasty, mate. That is nasty.
Can we cut that out, please?
That is not getting cut. Oh. Alrighty, guys. Well, I don't actually normally when we come on with a podcast, I really want to start having this one was just like more of a testing the gear, testing. Like, I don't know if we're going to use this space. We probably will. We'll probably set it up more so there's less of an echo. I don't know. Then we might change some stuff. This was really just to get here. Like, it's been
we're just excited to make content
again.
It's been ages since we've been together. Yep. So it's been awesome to just hang out, chat some shit.
And you not have to race off to Canberra.
Exactly, yeah. So it's been a good opportunity. So things will probably change a lot. We're still learning a lot with this.
We're going to be on location too.
Yeah, and we will also obviously have booms, so we don't have to sit here holding the mics in front of our mouths. But it's all just a teething process as we're learning, going through it. But we thought instead of just learning and keeping it to ourselves, why not express it and bring you guys in on it too?
Try and get a video out there.
Exactly, yeah. Yep. Even though I still don't know when we're going to upload this.
Too.
Yeah. Like, I still don't know exactly when we'll upload this. It will be short, so I don't know when you're listening to this now. But yeah, it's been great to get back on it with you boys, and hopefully more content from here on out. So if there is someone you want to hear on this, someone you want to see come on here, someone you want to see us go out and reach out to them, if you want to hear more of their story or anything to do with them, like, we're more than happy to go out there. And
if you want to come on and you got a cool car, we might even do some live crosses to some people, show us their cars at some point. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So looking forward to doing this more often.
100%.
Looking forward to some events coming back.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
For events.
That's where our footage shines.
Yeah, that's right.
Events are bread and butter. It's like the reason why I started vlogging was because I wanted a YouTube channel and you needed something to cover up between events. But events are the bread and butter. I live for events, and I know that these boys do too. So
that's where it's at. So
yeah. So
hey, if we could make it down a Super Nuts, could it be on the cards or what?
Yep.
I mean, if we can, we might
just do a road
spectators.
Trip. Maybe the
Make
VE. We could take my VE down.
Oh, and
Benny's
we're
VE.
Benny's VE.
gonna tow the VN down there.
Take the stinker
Let's tow
down.
the VN on the VE. If we
Yeah.
break the VE,
We'll tow the VE with the VN.
no.
The
That'll be
stinker.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that could be fun. Like
Yeah.
the wedding gets in the way. Sorry, Mon. But yeah, no, we'll see what we got. We are flat out between now and Summer Nuts, especially building
Oh, a
cars.
lot going
Yeah.
A lot going on, but there's going to be footage coming from it.
Yeah, 100%.
So-
But I think that's where we might sign off on today's one, on the first or second episode of the podcast. If you're wondering why it's a second and you haven't seen the first, jump back on the channel. I'm pretty sure there is a playlist there with the picnic table as the first episode. It's almost from exactly a year ago.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
they came out and said they came out and confirmed Summer Nats was coming out.
Yeah.
or was going
off,
ahead. And then that same day I got the
Oh, right.
Facebook
Yeah,
memory
yeah,
of them
yeah, yeah.
cancelling it,
Yep.
and that was only like last week. So
Oh, wow.
it's almost a year
Nearly a
since
year
we've
to the day.
Wow.
a year that we've gotten on the
We're
podcast.
consistent.
Yeah, very
Nothing
consistent.
Yeah, so it's almost the same day, just a year apart.
Yeah, right.
So we will bring the next one to you a lot sooner than that.
Yeah.
We're hoping on a weekly-ish basis. Don't hold us to that, but we want to get this on more of a solid basis and across more platforms. That's probably going to wrap up this one. So we'll probably catch you in the next one. And I don't know how to sign this off. I'll let it go from here.
do a normal sign off for Picnic.
What do I normally do on the fucking vlogs?
Alrighty, guys.
Yeah, alrighty, guys.
Peace.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, just like Logan. I feel like that'd be so awkward because even Logan does his normal one, but it's weird when there's other people because when there's a camera,
Yeah, you're
right,
the
just
Look straight to
focus.
the camera and just do it, and then just cut to that camera.
Alrighty, guys, we'll catch you in the next one when we're all back around here again, have some more content to talk about and bring you some more cool shit. Alrighty, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace. Alrighty, so if you have stuck around this long and you are seeing this right now, thank you, because you're the legends that we know stick around the entire time for all of our videos and everything like that. Absolute legends. You are the best kind of people in the world. So if you are still around here, drop a comment down below. I don't know, freaking write Yahtzee or something so that we know that it's you legends that are still sticking around. Now, we did quickly touch on the fact that it's been I think now 3 months since we've uploaded our last vlog. Of course, we didn't choose to do that, but it's really sucked. It's great that we can be back. Great that we've been able to talk to you guys. And vlogs are returning this week. So this is released on the Sunday. We're going to try and release these more on Sundays. And yeah, so we've got vlogs back this freaking week. We've got Summer Nats Smash, which is up in a couple weeks' time. Hopefully we can we'll definitely be there. But yeah, so a lot to look forward to in the very near future. Really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. And in episode 3, we actually have Mr. Scott Durnell from Talk Media. So that is something to really look forward to, because that is an incredible podcast. I had to get to the point where I had to tell the boys to stop talking. I had to just jump in there and cut it off because we were running so long, and it was just that freaking good. But there's some good stories in there, good history. I don't know, all you guys are going to freaking love that. So I'm going to sign this one off now, and keep ripping, boys. We'll see you in the next one.